Hi all, I'm back and today I'm going to show you how to make a mug cake. So what a mug cake basically is it's just a cake in a mug, but it's easier and faster to make. So I'm going to show you how to make it. Let's go. The dry ingredients we're going to need. So you're going to need cocoa powder. Since I'm making chocolate cake, I'm using cocoa powder, Cadbury cocoa powder. You're going to need maida or plain flour. You're going to need baking powder, baking soda, and now for I also forgot the most important thing, the powdered sugar. We are using powdered sugar because the normal sugar, it just takes a lot of time to mix with the other ingredients. So we're using powdered sugar so it can mix faster. And for the wet ingredients, you're going to need boiled milk, oil, you're going to need vanilla essence, and we're going to need fresh cream. I'm using Milky Mist. You can use any type. Also, the main thing is a cup. So this is where we're going to put all the ingredients and we're going to keep it in the microwave. I'm using this glass cup. You're also going to need a tablespoon, a fork to mix, because if it's a spoon it doesn't get deep in there. So for the first ingredient, you're going to need maida perfectly in the teaspoon. You're going to have to put 4 tablespoons. After adding the 4 tablespoons of maida, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar. But you can add 1.5 tablespoons if you're adding milkmaid, which is basically condensed milk. I'm using 3 because I'm not using condensed milk. After adding the powdered sugar, you can add the cocoa powder. We don't want so much cocoa powder, otherwise it's going to be a little bitter. So we're only going to add 1 tablespoon. After adding the 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, you're going to add the baking powder. You're going to add some 2 pinches only. This is 1 pinch. 1. And 2. After adding the baking powder, we're going to add the baking soda. In this, you need very less, so you can add half pinch if you don't want it a little more puffy. And if you're using a small cup, you should add a little bit less ingredients. So if you're using a small cup, you only need to use half pinch. Since this is a little big cup, I'm adding 1 pinch. This is 1 pinch. After this, we're going to mix it all together. Also, if you're loving sugar on your cakes, like a lot of it, you can add maybe a half more tablespoon of sugar. As you can see, I love sweet stuff, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more sugar. You can also add it if you love sugar stuff, but otherwise you don't need to add. after it looks kind of like this looks very nice. So after that we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of milk. 1 tablespoon of milk. After adding the 1 tablespoon of milk, we're gonna add the 1 tablespoon of oil. 1 tablespoon of oil. After adding the oil, you're gonna add the fresh cream. While adding the fresh cream, you don't actually add 1 tablespoon, you add half tablespoon. But sometimes if you keep it in the fridge, it can be like a hard. That time you have to add only 1 squirt, and because mine is a little watery, you can see mine is a little watery. Otherwise also you have to take only this much. As I was saying, if you don't have the vegetable oil or any other oil you want to add, you can also melt a little butter and add. I added oil because the oil makes it softer and moist. After that we're gonna add the last ingredient, which is the vanilla essence. You have to add a teaspoon. I'm just putting 5 to 6 drops. As you can see, this is 5 to 6 drops. Now we can add it inside. After this, you have to give it a good mix. You can see it's sticking up, but if it's hard like this, then you need to add 1 more tablespoon of milk. After adding 1 tablespoon of milk, if it's still thick, you can add another. As you can see, it is coming in very nice texture after adding the milk. If it's too thick, then it won't form. And if you have lumps in yours, then your cake won't be nice. So make sure to mix it nicely before adding the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients. As you can see, it's nicely forming. The batter is nicely forming. And after mixing for about 1 more minute, you can pop it in the microwave. So as you can see, I have mixed for 1 minute. Now the batter is very nice. As you can see, this is my microwave. So first you can try it with 1 minute. As you can see, I kept it for 1 minute, but some it takes 2 minutes or maybe even 3 minutes. As you can see, my thing is done, my cake. So you can just take a toothpick and take one, and you can just pop it in the middle to see if the inside part is still liquidy. But as you can see, in my toothpick there is no batter, so that means my cake is done. Now my cake is ready, and now we can see how soft and so nice and ready for you guys to eat. I have decorated mine by putting powdered sugar and sprinkling it, and you can also do any other decorations like sprinkles or anything else, but now in quarantine I only have this, so I'm just gonna use this, and now I'm gonna taste it. That is so good. So I like my cake very soft and sweet. Well, you can add more ingredients if you want it more sweet or anything else. And please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and like the video. And I also post new videos every week.